Latin, my ultimate dream is, I have the dream to just continue being a creative entrepreneur. You can see all the projects I'm working on here, but I would say my first and foremost, like, if you ever want to see what I'm working on, I'm definitely going to tell you, apparel line, we're going to make apparel 100%, we're going to have some clothing. Phygital will definitely be phygital. But really, like, I would say my dream is actually already been achieved. I can't, like, I want to be honest, like, my life isn't perfect. I have a lot to complain about, and I got plenty of reasons to be up at night, but I feel like I've already achieved my dream. Feel like legit, I feel like I get to come here, I get to spend this time streaming and do artistic and creative things together with you all. I work full time from the moment I wake up till the moment I share with y'all, and then after I'm with y'all, I am working on Point Motion, which is a company I started that is used to collect data for providers working with patients who have neurological conditions. So it's interactive digital content that collects data on their cognitive and motor functions, and it allows them to monitor the patient's progress, their risk of falling, and each movement is turned into music. So when they move the right way, it plays music as a reward. We released this for children in special education. We're releasing this now. We're in Novant Innovation Lab is the first health system that ever released a drone delivery of prescription medication, as well as one of the first locations to trial the COVID vaccine. This is big facts. And now we are in their innovation lab developing a version of this product specifically for seniors with Parkinson's. And we're also taking this tool, and we've already done research with Stanford University around applying this into Decentraland specifically as a way for us to mine motions for tokens and wearables. Like if we had a partnership with Nike, if you're watching, come on, Artifact, come on, link up with your boy. We're gonna build a motion mine in Decentraland. You'll be able to go there just like Wonder Mine. Instead of hitting rocks, though, you'll be doing some jumping jacks, some exercises, some stretches, and that will give you tokens and rewards according to doing them. And you can use those tokens. Ideally, we're going to use those for wearables, but also literally for physical exercise equipment, for prescription medication, for lower costs for insurance. All to say, like, this is my dream right here. I hope I can make it come true. Art is my dream. Creating is my dream. So I'm like, when you say, like, what's your ultimate dream? My ultimate dream is that tomorrow I can wake up and keep doing this. I started this company when I was in college in 2013. And it's certainly evolved a lot since then. And, you know, it wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for our team. So I have a co-founder, Pink Bambi. Y'all know Pink Bambi, but also amazing team of developers, amazing team of, we have a board of directors, advisors, like these people, partners, like I'm like, you know, just like here, I'm not coding the metaverse, but I'm giving people something to look at that is worthwhile. And to kind of break it down, you know, I went to Berklee College of Music. I studied jazz composition and film scoring. And in my journey there, I actually got denied twice. It took me 3 years applying to Berklee to get in. And when I got in, I was one of the worst musicians. I was absolutely, you know, below the standard of what a Berklee musician is. And they're just prodigical. Most of them have been playing since their absolute youth. And I only started playing piano when I was 18 years old. I always wrote music before. I produced it. I could write sheet music, and I had like written and arranged music for orchestras, but I couldn't play an instrument. I knew the theory, I knew the math. The reason I explain this is because when I was at Berklee, I had to come to the truth, which was I need to find what I want to be the best at for me, not to be better than other people. What do I want to be the best at? What do I feel like I can be the best at for myself? so that just by doing what I feel like I'm passionate about, that I could help other people. And it wasn't actually playing an instrument. It was actually being able to see what people were good at, what their skills were as musicians, and understanding how to motivate them and inspire them to be in a room with us a couple days a week to rehearse as a band, right? And to put music in front of them that inspired them, that made them feel like I became a musician because I wanted to play music like this. Absolutely. And so I realized what I was good at was actually just figuring out what people are good at, finding their skills, and putting them in a position to be successful. And while I was going to Berkeley and I was studying, this is where things kind of shifted. My cousin had a spinal injury and was paralyzed from the waist down. And I was thinking, like, I'm going to school for music. How is this going to help somebody I care about? You know, and you spend a lot of money going to private schools like Berkeley, and you know, for me, like, I felt like so blessed, so gifted, so humbled to have the opportunity to be there when so many other people didn't have that opportunity. And I know because I used to be that person who didn't have that opportunity. And I thought, like, how could I use this skill to help somebody I cared about? And so I took this idea of, like, okay, I can change someone's perspective in a film with music. You know, you can make a scene happy, sad, exciting, scary, just based on the music that's in that scene. So I thought, like, could I do that to the physical therapy that my cousin's doing at home? They sent him home with a piece of paper, said, go home and do this exercise. And he wasn't motivated to do it. He wasn't keeping up with it. And I thought, like, how can I use music to take his mind off of the negative aspects of that and shift his perspective the same way you use with music in a film? And that's how it started. I filed a patent. You know, I built this prototype in my dorm room. I was fortunate that I literally, and this is a true story, like, my neighbor introduced me to a pastor who gave me $5,000 to file this patent because this pastor believed what we were doing. Filed the patent, continued to grow it, and by the time I got I graduated from Berkeley, you know, because I don't like quitting, folks. If there's something you should know about me, I don't like quitting. So even though I had this and I was building this, I was like, I'm gonna finish my degree. Obviously, it took me 3 years to get into the school, so I finished the degree and I said, I'm gonna dedicate myself to building up this company, Point Motion, and I've been doing that continuously. And I don't expect an end because I don't look for an end. I wake up every day ready to solve the biggest problems and envision how this can come to light. So I've been doing this now since 2013, and legit almost 10 years now. And it's, you know, it's something I'll happily do forever because I just love my team. I love the problem we're solving. But at the same time, I'm human and I'm an artist, and I couldn't, like, folks, I went out of music school and I went into health systems where I'm having to navigate insurance reimbursement, FDA regulation, patient conditions. I didn't go to medical school. So, like, basically music taught me how to learn, not how to be a musician, right? So I didn't use music as to say I'm a musician. I learned, and at the end I realized, even by saying I'm a musician, I'm limiting all the skills and things that I do to what a musician does. What does a musician do? Releases albums, makes music, teaches music, which is all good things, but I wanted to do more with the skills. And so I said, I'm not a musician. I'm musical, and I carried that philosophy with me, and I carried it into running my business, and you know, and it grew. But I always continued to make music, knowing most people probably would never listen to it, and the reality is maybe in my lifetime people will never discover it. But then in comes the metaverse, in comes Decentraland, in comes NFTs, and in the simplest terms, I found my tribe. in that time after work, I was discovering Decentraland. I was finding this thing I had lost, which was creative community. You know, I lost that when I went as far down the path that I have, and not to say that like there's not creative people here, but you know, you kind of have to make sacrifices in life sometimes. And I can honestly say that whether people appreciate it or not, I sacrificed a life of simplicity making music. I went to a good school. I could have easily, you know, gotten plenty of industry jobs that I was aligned. I was mentored by Beyonce's lead saxophone player, and I got to arrange for Beyonce's band once. Like, you know, I certainly had, you know, the opportunities there, but what motivates me is honestly unlimited creative exploration. I want to create, folks. If you're gonna say I want to stick around for this show for the next 99 years, however long I'll be alive, if there's one thing you're gonna see is that I'm just obsessed with creativity. I'm obsessed with building. I build because I like to bring value into people's life in a way that they might not have been able to access before. And I hope that's apparent in how I've built this channel, how I built this community, and how you know, and how I'm trying to empower other people in the community, not with some pump or dump, not with some, you know, here's your quick start class guide, pay X amount of money to, you know, buy my course. Like, you come here Tuesday, Thursday, here are my free, you know, my office hours. If you have any questions in chat, I didn't want to rant. I didn't mean to rant on about all this, but I just want to give y'all some context about who I am and sort of my motivations, what brings me here, and, you know, why this isn't about anything more than, you know, this is just who I am. I'm just doing this because this is what I do, y'all. So I can't express how much I appreciate y'all seeing the value in that and supporting that, and any feedback and how I can continue to grow as an artist is much appreciated.